Welcome into TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, West Hancock Titans Sports, presented by LJ Insurance. We got the matchup today between the LVC Miners and the West Hancock Titans. LVC Miners stands for Lewiston, Spoon Valley, and Cuba. Both teams coming into this game 0-5. Both teams trying to get their first win. One team will come out with one here today. The kick is underway. It gets to about the 40-yard line, and that's where the Titans are going to start with possession. Number 19, Ethan Schmidt, recovered the kick. And we are underway here at Spoon Valley High School. The Miners versus the Titans.
From their own 40.
Both teams lost their last matchup. Titans losing last week against Stark County 20-8 at Stark County. After this week, Titans will be back home facing off against Knoxville, then away again at Illini West, then back again at home for their senior night.
Pick up about a dozen on the play.
Titans get a Marine Bank and Trust first down real quick. They hand it off this time. That's Grayson Conkright. Cuts, make a nice little move, gets another first down. The Titans are moving the ball well against the Miners early in this game. Titans rely on the pass-heavy style of offense, but today probably going to see a lot of running. Titans are used to defensive and offensive lines that are quite larger than theirs. Here today it seems to be an even matchup. They hand it off again to Conkright, but only gets about 3 on the play there. I did see something that is unusual to Titan territory. Grayson Conkright, before the game, was kicking PATs and field goals, something that I don't know if we've seen in the past decade here as Titans, but should be interesting to see if they bring that out here today. Titans setting up for a 2nd and 7, 1 minute away here. Quick pass, but they fake it. They go long. That's Bryce Varner wide open. Gets tackled around the 5-yard line. Titans are within the red zone. Working early here against the Miners. Varner and Grothaus connect for about 20 yards. That's a Marine Bank and Trust first down for the Titans, trying to go up early in this game. They hand it off up the middle. That's Grayson Conkright. Fights for a few yards. Gets close to the end zone. But they're going to say he was just short. Going to be 2nd and 1. Titans so far 0-5. On only one game have they led at the beginning of the game. That was against Macomb 2 weeks ago. Got the fumble recovery, then the touchdown. Here they get the ball. Quick pass over to Bryce Varner is good. Touchdown for the Titans. 6-0 lead, and they are up early. Coach Dorothy has talked about a lot this year that the Titans need to score on their first drive, get those points early in the game, and they get it here today. Titans trying to get that first win of the season. Setting up for the 2-point conversion now. 10:22 to go. Only a minute and 40 seconds went off the clock in that initial offensive possession. They hand it off. Actually going to be a quarterback keeper. Grayson Conkright gets in. Titans take an 8-0 lead on the Miners. And LVC is down early, 8-0. Titans now going to be on defense. Struggled so far this year against the run game. Could see that from the Miners today. But Miners have also struggled offensively throughout the year, only scoring in 2 out of the 5 games. They lost 49-0, 47-0, and then a game against Macomb lost 34-0, which went to half. But in recent games, they have started to score a little more. Hopefully going to get their offense turned around today. I believe we're going to have a good game. I got a little stats for you guys from the Titans' last matchup. Sorry about that with the audio cutting out. Get the stats to you after the kickoff. Grayson Conkright going to be kicking off for the West Hancock Titans. as I've mentioned before, both teams just looking to get their first win of the year. Titans think they have it. So far in this game, it looks like they will. Deep kickoff from Hancock. It's going to be returned for about 10 or 15 yards before finally getting tackled around the 40. Similar field position that the Titans had. That was Bryson Ferguson with the return. And the Miners are going to start with a 1st and 10 on their own 40-yard line. We'll see what they can do. Setting up with the 1st and 10, shotgun formation, 3 backs behind. Titans get through the line pretty well. Gets the tackle. I believe that was Evan Carroll on the tackle. It's going to be a 2nd and about 14 now. Titans went right through the offensive line. As I mentioned before, their defense has struggled against the run game. But a lot of the teams they've played had large offensive linemen. I've been able to push this defensive line. But today it doesn't seem like that will be the case. Setting up now for a 2nd and 14. 10 minutes on the clock here in the first quarter. Setting up in shotgun formation, 1 back this time. Titans get through the line again, meet him right on the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and 14 now on this play. Titans playing great defense so far today. Haven't allowed a single yard. -4 to be exact. 3rd and 14 now for the Miners. 9 minutes to go. Wearing some time off of the clock. Titans going to try to take a 2-score lead if they can get a stop here. They pitch it out to the right side. Can't really get anywhere. There's going to be a flag on the play. Most likely going to be holding. It's going to be holding on the Miners. I believe that was number 60, Braxton Humphrey, holding penalty against the Miners. That's going to move him back, but it's going to be declined. Titans are going to take the 4th down instead of having a 3rd and 24. They're just going to take the 4th down, and they're going to have to punt the ball away to the Titans. Bryce Varner back to receive for the Titans. 2 backs now. Tucker Coltenberg back with him. Varner gets it. Misses 1 block. He's going to meet a couple more Miners, though, and they're going to shove him out of bounds in Miner territory at around the 35-yard line. Titans starting off with great field position. I got some stats from the Titans' last game. Gavin Groothouse, quarterback for the Titans, 42 passes for 237 yards, was successful on 67% of his throws, but he threw 3 interceptions, 2 of them being pick sixes. He has 9 interceptions total this year. Of the 28 completions, 8 of them went to Bryce Varner for 51 yards. He leads the team in reception touchdowns, has 1 already today. Titans now with the ball. They hand it off up the middle. That's Jake Martins. He's going to run for about 6-7 yards on this play. Haven't seen much of Jake Martins. They list him as a running back on their sheet, but really only see Grayson Conkright or Caden Amon. But Jake Martins now out there at running back. Defensively, you see him a lot as one of their lead linebackers. Here's a little quick pass up to Evan Carroll. That's going to get a 1st down for the Titans. Marine Bacon Trust 1st down, and they're moving the ball well again. Jake Martins had a nice block there.
Evan Carroll, the ball carrier.
Evan Carroll, in their last game, he had 4 passes for 76 yards. Nolan Gooding, 7 passes, 56 yards. Tucker Coltenberg had a 6-yard reception also. Talking about that running game that we mentioned before, Grayson Concrete, 10 rushes for 24 yards. And Caden Amon, 14 yards on 5 carries. Tucker Coltenberg also ran the ball 4 times. Got just under 10 yards. Pass over to Gage Scott, and they're going to throw a flag on this. Pass interference. Some late flags, and some fans are not happy about that. Did not turn around to even make an attempt on the ball. Just ran, tackled Scott. And that's going to be an easy flag for the refs to throw. Titans are going to have a first down on around the 15-yard line, it seems. That's going to be a Marine Bank and Trust first down for the West Hancock Titans. LVC, as I mentioned before, 0-5 also last week, dropped a game to Illini West, who the Titans will be facing in 2 weeks. They lost 46-14. Quick pass by Gavin Gerthouse. This is out to Carter Barnes. Fights for a couple yards, gets close to the end zone. They're going to say he was just short on about the 2-yard line. Another Marine Bank and Trust first down for the Titans. The Titans are moving here again, trying to get up 14-0. 7:20 to go on the clock. Courthouse snaps. Quick pass up to Carter Barnes again, and he's going to finish the job. He goes in. Touchdown, Titans. They're going to take a 14-0 lead here on the Miners. Getting up early in this game. Coach Dorothy, a big goal for his team is to get up early in the game. They do it here today. 2 scores already. Haven't allowed the Miners to get a first down. Actually have had negative yards in the game so far today offensively. Titans now moving. 2-point conversion. Handoff to Tucker Coltenberg is good. Titans take a 16-0 lead.
Coltenberg carries for the 2-point conversion.
Titans average 20 points per game this year, but they allow their opponents to score 32 points per game. So you can see why they have not won a game yet. It's pretty simple math. If you don't score more than your opponent, you don't get that number in the win column. Up 16-0 here against the Miners. Not even 5 minutes off the clock yet. 7:14 to go. Might see a lot more running from the Titans later in this game as their lead possibly builds. Right now only up 2 scores. Coach Dorothy probably going to just stick to what they know here in this first half. We'll see how their play calls change throughout the game. Conkright going to be kicking off again just 3 minutes after they scored their first touchdown. Kicking off again. Miners set to receive. The kickoff. Nice kick. Conkright. It's going to be returned by number 42 for the Miners. Makes another cutback, but he's going to get tackled. He's going to end up where he returned it. That was number 42. Dempsey Whitsitt for the Miners. LVC is going to start with the ball at around the 30-yard line, it seems. On the 28 is where they're going to mark it. Quick shout out to all our supporters and sponsors. LJ Insurance bringing you every single West Hancock Titan game that we cover this year. Marine Bank and Trust. Every single time the Titans get a first down, you should be hearing me say that. Sometimes I'm a slacker and I forget. And then also T&S Farms is our other sponsor, bringing you guys West Hancock Titans football. Nice little pass over the middle. Going to be a first down, fighting for 15, 20 yards. Great reception by the Miners there, starting off hot. That's Gavin Pace with the reception. And the Miners are moving the ball. Didn't see any spark of life in their last drive. First play here, they get 20 yards working at the 50-yard line, almost in Titan territory. It's about 90 degrees here, but the wind is blowing, cools it back down to about 84. In pads, though, it's going to be pretty hot. They hand it off again, doesn't go anywhere. Loss of about a yard, if any. Seems like they got back to the line. Sticking to the running game might not be in their future. Had some good looks with the pass game on the last play, then haven't gained any yards on the ground yet today. It was about an hour and 30-minute drive for the Titans to get here, so not their farthest one. That was Hayworth in week 1. Then they headed off to Farmington, which was about 2 hours away. Stark County, about 2 hours in 20 minutes. Only going to get closer to home from here on out. Flag on the play. It's going to be offsides on the Titans. That's going to move the ball forward for the Miners. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
5-yard penalty and make it 2nd and 5.
Don't know who quite that was on. Halfway through the first quarter here, 6 minutes to go. Titans up 16-0. Touchdown run by Carter Barnes. And touchdown reception by Bryce Varner already today. Titans have moved the ball down the field well. Have had great field position to start off the game. Started at the 40-yard line in the first possession. Then got it again at around the 35 after the punt return by Bryce Varner. Handoff up the middle for the Miners. Doesn't get anywhere. Again, no yards gained on the run. Having no luck today.
Coming at 3rd and 5.
Going to be 3rd and 5 here. Could be 4-down territory for the Miners, or they'll try to pin the Titans down within the 20, preferably within the 10. Third and 5, going to get the play here from Coach. If you're a Miner fan, you're looking for a pass here. Had a good look, had a good opportunity last time, but it stuck to the ground on their past 3 plays. Hasn't gone anywhere. We'll see here. They drop back to pass, but going to get rushed quick. Makes a nice little move, runs into his own offensive lineman. Going to be tackled just past the line of scrimmage by about an inch or so. It's going to be 4th and 5. Getting up slowly is quarterback number 3, Jackson Gibney.
Be 4th down and a long 4 for the Miners.
Junior for the Miners. Looks like they're going for it here on 4th down within Titan territory, but just crossed. They're on the 44-yard line. Nice little fake. They pass it over the middle, just out of the outreach hands of number 42. Dempsey wins it. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Titans on the 44-yard line. Starting off with a good field position yet again. 3:57 to go here in the first quarter. Titans had good looks early in this game with the passing, have had a great job running the ball too. Jake Martin's got to see him in this game. Right now it looks like Tucker Coltenberg is going to be in the backfield. We see him every now and then, as we mentioned before. Had 4 carries for 9 yards in their last game. Could see him more today in this matchup. They drop back to pass. Grotehouse going to go deep. This is to Nolan Gooding. Catches it at the 30. Jukes one player out. He's at the 20, at the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Titans. And they take a 22-0 lead on the Miners early in this game. First play for the Titans on the possession results in a touchdown for Nolan Gooding. About a 55-yard touchdown. Titans are up 22-0 after that play. Two-point conversion from Grotehouse. He's rolling out. Decides to keep it himself, and it's going to be good. Titans 24-0 is the score. Having an early lead here in the first quarter of play.
46 remaining in the first. That makes the score Titans 24.
Titans offensively playing really well so far. If you go back to look at that play, they've done it twice here. Had it in the first possession to Bryce Varner, and that one again to Nolan Gooding. You have your wide receiver on the outside. Runs like he's going for a go route, but he cuts back, fake the pass, pump fakes it, gets the defensive backs looking every time. Then he turns around, cuts back towards the pylon, towards the end zone, and results in a touchdown on this one. Resulted in about a 30-yard pass for Bryce Varner in the first possession. The pump fake is what really gets the cornerbacks on it. Gavin Grotehouse does a nice job of staring at the receiver, which you normally don't necessarily want to do, but fakes it. They come in thinking they're going to pass, and Nolan Gooding just cuts right around 60, about a 55, 56-yard touchdown for the Titans. Got a quick word from one of our sponsors, LJ Insurance. At LJ Insurance, we care about our customers and want you to be prepared for the unknowns in life with locations in Keokuk and Fort Madison, Iowa. We're prepared to help with any of your insurance questions. For a free quote, visit us online at lj-insurance.com. Call 319-524-4223. LJ Insurance, locally focused with sound advice. Titans going to kick off again for the fourth time here today. Setting up here is Conkright again. Kickoff, nice little squib kick. Could have been an onside kick, but recovered by the Miners. That was number 62, jumps on the ball, Tanner Brooks. Miners going to start with the ball at the 45-yard line. Titans defense playing well so far. Only have allowed about 20 yards on the last possession, but accounting for the losses they had earlier in this game, haven't really allowed more than 15 yards in the game today. Coach putting his trust in the defense to get the ball back, get a stop. Titans already up 3 scores in this game. Been good for the 2-point conversion on all 3 attempts. 3 rushing attempts on every 2-point conversion, too. They set back to pass. Nice little pass up to number 27. Miners are moving. They're going to call a penalty here, but he's going to get all the way to the end zone. Touchdown Miners, but this might be coming back. There is a flag on the field. We'll see who this is on. Number 27, Bryson Ferguson, with the touchdown reception, broke a few tackles, ran all the way. But we'll see what the flag is on. Looks like it's going to be on the Miners. Could be taking it back. Looks like they're having a nice little discussion out there on the 30-yard line. Titans still staying out there on defense. Looks like it will be on the Miners. We'll get an official one here. It's going to be on the Miners. That's going to push them all the way back. I believe it was a personal. I'm not quite sure what it was. I thought it could have been hands to the face on Bryson Ferguson, illegal hands to the face. If on offense, you can push your hand against the defense's face mask, but you can't grab it. I thought that's what the call might be, but they're going to move all the way back to the 50-yard line. Still got 5 yards on the play technically, but does not result in a touchdown. Miners now 1st and 5 on the 50. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Wasn't an unsportsmanlike conduct. Not quite sure what it was. Didn't really see it all that well. The call by the referee. 1st and 5. As the fans are saying, you just got there. Just do it again. They hand this one off. It's going to be to Ferguson again. Gets a 1st down. Moving well. All the way to the 35. Down to the 30. 1st down for the Miners. Good run by the Miners on that play. Haven't had good luck running the ball yet today. Good job there. Gain of about 20 yards on the run. Miners are now working within Titan territory. Bryson Ferguson been active so far in the game today, number 27 for the Miners. Probably going to be hearing his name a lot more today. Setting up now for the 1st and 10 on the Titans' 30-yard line. 2 minutes to go here. Quarterback keeper doesn't go anywhere. Nice tackle. That's going to be about number 62, Charlie Dayton, on the tackle. It's going to be a loss of about 2 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 12 now for the Miners. As I mentioned before, LVC and the Titans both looking for their first win here today. Miners lost to Illini West last week. Titans lost to Stark County. Trying to get a win before they head home against Knoxville next week. Setting up for the 2nd and 12. 2 backs. They set back to pass. Going to be a flag. Most likely going to be offsides on the Miners. I said offsides. False start on the Miners. Titans had an offsides penalty earlier in the game today. The false start against the Miners here. 2nd and 17 now. 1:30 to go in the first quarter. Titans up 24-0. Have been playing outstandingly well offensively. Defense has done a good job. As they get to the quarterback here, sack for the Titans, number 54. Alex Brown with the sack. Hit the quarterback. Went straight down. Quarterback Jackson Gibney takes a sack. Loss of about 5 more yards. Going to be 3rd and 20, it seems. Going to be a timeout for the Miners here. We're going to take another timeout ourselves. This is TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH with Hancock Titan Sports, presented by LJ Insurance. Thank you all for watching today.
I would have to say that is the most rewarding part of what I do, making a difference in people's lives, taking care of the women from puberty on through postmenopausal stages and seeing them go through the phases and stages of life.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb. They were so wonderful.
I thought about the staff of MDH. They're all good. This is just the best place for you and your family.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on the field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
A lot of people don't realize that you don't have to live with the dizziness day to day, especially concussions as well, that we can treat those things here. Same with pain. You don't have to live with the pain that you're experiencing. We have the ability to help you.
Welcome back into TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. 3rd and 22 is the official marking. 1:08 to go here in the first quarter. Miners got a long way to go. Could be 4-down territory. The pass out to the outside, screen pass for the Miners. Going to get tackled. Flag on the field. Going to be holding, it seems. That reception was by number 88, Carter Sowers. On the reception. Nice little screen pass by the Miners. Got about 10 yards on the play, but this is going to be coming back unless the Titans decline. Referees are discussing again the play. It seems like they're taking a long time to say what's on their mind. They're going to pick the flag up. No flag on the play. Could have been holding, but it seems like they didn't see it that way. Could have been something on the Titans, too. Not quite sure. A lot of times when you see wide receivers blocking on the outside on screen passes, going to get an offensive holding call when a flag is thrown. 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. Miners now on a 4th and 14 play. Titans trying to get the ball back before the end of the quarter. Start with it, second quarter. 24-0 is your score. Touchdown run by Carter Barnes and a reception by Bryce Varner and Nolan Gooding so far in this game. They're going to call an offsides on Nolan Gooding. Tried to jump the count. It's going to be penalty on the Titans. Has done the past 3 or 4 plays, it seems like. Gets called on that one. Must have been too early. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty. 4th and 9 now, the official rule. 34 seconds to go here at Spoon Valley High School. Fourth and 9, 20 seconds and counting on the clock. Setting up in shotgun formation, 1 back, 4 receivers, spread. They set back for the shotgun. They rush the quarterback. The pass is low, no good. It's going to be a turnover on downs. Titans going to get the ball. 8 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Had a touchdown on the very first play in their last possession to Nolan Gooding. That went for about 56 yards. Going to try it again here on this possession. Titans 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line. The worst field position they've had so far today. Courthouse setting up, shotgun formation. Caden Amon in the back. Tucker Coltenberg, actually. Quick pass over to Evan Carroll. Going to get a block, but tackled. It's going to be a loss, gain of about 1 yard. He's tackled behind the line of scrimmage, but forward momentum's going to get him a yard. It's going to be 2nd and 9 at the start of the second quarter. That's the end of the first quarter. We're going to take a quick break. Be back with your second quarter action. This is TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH, West Hancock Titan Sports, presented by LJ Insurance.
I chose MDH. We moved here, and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. LJ Insurance bringing you West Hancock Titans Sports. Titans starting with the ball. 2nd and 9 here at the beginning of the second quarter. Coltenberg in motion, makes a nice little cut, but tracked down. Great tackle by the Miners. That's going to be number 52. Kamir Patterson on the tackle, tracked Coltenberg down. It's going to be 3rd and about 6 or 7 to go here. I believe this is the first down that the Titans have faced today. Setting up, Jake Martins in the backfield. Behind Grotehouse, they're going to roll out. Blocked by Martins. Pass up, pass the first down marker. Complete to Coltenberg. Going to be a first down for the Titans. Completion of about 15 yards. Going to be Marine Bank and Trust first down. West Hancock's moving down the field again, just by the 50-yard line on the 48. Their own side of the field. And they're in a hurry-up offense. No huddle, handoff to Jake Martins up the middle, fighting for yards, gets 9 on the play. Great power run by Jake Martins there. Haven't seen him much this year at all, as I mentioned before, but today he's getting a lot of action there in the backfield. We'll see if the Titans use him more and more throughout the year. They hand it off again. Martin's going to get the Marine Bank and Trust first down. The Titans are within minor territory. LVC trying to stop them from scoring again. Titans already have 3 touchdowns in the game today. 1 rushing to Carter Barnes and 2 passing touchdowns. Looking over to coach for the play. It's going to be, it seems, timeout by LVC. They only got 1 left to use here in the half. They take a timeout. We're going to take 1, too, just real quick. My name's Luke Little. This is TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH, West Hancock Titan Sports by LJ Insurance. We'll be right back after this timeout.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
The thing I enjoy most is that we take care of a wide variety of people in our community. I see infants through teenagers and mothers and fathers, and I really enjoy that.
Welcome back to Spoon Valley High School. TSSR Game Time Live bringing you this West Hancock Titan matchup against the LVC Miners. Big pass by Gavin Grothaus, caught by Evan Carroll, touchdown Titans. What a catch by Evan Carroll on that play. Got the separation on the defense right over the top. Great pass by Grothaus right over the shoulders. Titans score, and they're up 30-0 here on the Miners. Great pass. I thought it was going to be deflected, going to be a second down play for the Titans, but no. Big touchdown reception for Evan Carroll, spreading the wealth here today. 4 touchdowns, 4 different players for the Titans, and this is unheard of. This is a Titan PAT here by Grayson Conkright. The snap is good, the kick is good, and the Titans score a PAT. Up 31-0. I don't know in my 20 years of life if I've ever seen the Titans kick a PAT, but here we are, up 31-0. I saw them practicing before the game, was wondering if they would do it here today, and they do. Put that in the history books, folks. Unheard of. Titans now up 31-0 after that pass to Evan Carroll. Was about a 35-yard touchdown, 40-yard touchdown pass to Evan Carroll. Did a great job at the end of the play to create the separation. The defensive back was right there with him, but wasn't looking to the ball. Couldn't make a deflection at all. Ends up going right over his head, into the heads of Evan Carroll. He just glides right into the end zone for the touchdown. And gets 6 points. Carter Barn rushing touchdown. Bryce Varner receiving. Nolan Gooding receiving. And now Evan Carroll with the receiving touchdown. Titans trying to get everybody involved here today. Miners set to receive again. Titans going to kick off at the beginning of the third quarter. At the beginning of the second half of action. We got a new kicker out here. This is Evan Carroll. It's going to be kicking off instead of Grayson Conkright. Could be seeing some more PATs later in the game here today. Could be an onside kick. No, it's a nice line drive kick. That's going to bounce. Bounces off. The Miner returner gets back to about the 30-yard, 33. Finally tackled. And the kickoff is good. Good kickoff by Evan Carroll on that play. And the Titans now set to play defense. Done a good job so far today. Miners did end up in the end zone on the play, but they got called back. Titans been sound defensively so far. Miners trying to get something going here today. Been within Titan territory multiple times, but haven't capitalized yet. Here with 10 minutes to go in the second. Trying to get something going. Down 30 points. They fake the handoff. Quarterback keeper gets 2 yards past the line of scrimmage. Tackled by number 63, Kyle Smith. It's going to be second and about 9 to go. Titans haven't had this type of lead yet this year. Here today, holding the Miners scoreless so far after the first quarter. Titans all season trying to get a break. They've been in some close matchups. Looks like so far today they're playing as the better team, but here's a great move by the Miners, shedding off some tackles all the way within Titan territory. Great reception by number 88, Carter Sowers, and they're within Titan territory on the 35-yard line. I guess I spoke too soon. Miners moving the ball. Gain of about 30 yards on the play. Titans have struggled today, it seems like, with the pass defense. Running-wise, they've done a great job, which has been their struggle all year long to stop that rushing offense. Here today, they've been doing great, but the passes have been killing them here and there. Hasn't resulted in any points yet, but nice gain of yards. They hand it off. Going to be a loss of about a yard here.
Dempsey Witsit, the ball carrier.
It's going to be Dempsey Witsit with the carry. Doesn't go anywhere. 2nd and 10. Second and 11 is the official marking. 8:40 to play in the first half. Titans have had some great defensive leaders so far this year. Grayson Conkright, one of the big ones, has been playing well recently, but I don't see him out on the field right now. Jake Martin's also been a big one for the Titans. The quarterback keeper, he's holding on to the ball, fumbled the ball out of bounds. It's going to be tackled. Good job by number 30, Ryder Duffy. Great job in pursuit of the quarterback. It's going to be 3rd and about 20 now for the Miners. Quarterback was rolling out. Duffy got right through the line of scrimmage. Quarterback ended up fumbling the ball, but it went out of bounds, so they're going to keep it. Ball gets marked wherever the fumble was, as long as it was backwards. 8:13 to go, 3rd and 19 to play. Miners had to convert some long 3rd down conversions here today. Haven't had any luck yet. They set up motion. That's going to be a legal formation on the offense, and that's going to move them back even farther. They're going to call it as a false start. And it's going to be 3rd and 24 now for the Miners. LVC struggling so far today. Had the play that got them to around the 35-yard line. Now they're moved all the way back to the 48 after that fumble, out of bounds, and the penalty. Loss of 5 yards on that penalty. Now 3rd and 24. Still looking for 4-down conversion, it seems like. The pass by the Miners. Nice little pass. Dropped. Thought it was interception, but it's dropped. Pass intended for Peyton, incomplete. That was number 25, Caden Greer. They always say that's why he plays cornerback and not wide receiver, but that one was right in his pocket. Just drops it. Could have had it, but it's going to be 4th down and 24 anyways. Some fans wanting a pass interference, a PI on Caden Greer. Greer did a great job, I should say, on that play. Defensively, got to look at the ball, ran the route for the wide receiver. There's a flag on the field, and we'll see what's happening. It's going to be on the offense again, and they're going to move back even farther, all the way back to the 36.
Penalty against the Miners will back it up. It'll remain 4th down.
It was a 15-yard penalty on the Miners. Could have been called on the crowd or the sideline. I don't think it was a sideline infraction, but do have some fans yelling here. And they're going to punt the ball away here on this 3rd and 50, 4th and 50. Nice kick to Bryce Varner. He's going to catch it at about the 40-yard line. Going to rush now at the 50. Tries to make a move. Finally tackled at the 49. Going to be a flag.
Penalty marker on the field.
Penalty marker on the field. Could be a late hit on the Miners. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Miners. Titans are going to move 15 yards farther down the field. They're going to start with the ball at the 36-yard line. Titans starting off with fantastic field position here today. Crowd is allowed here at Spoon Valley High School. Titans up 31-0. Great job so far in this game. Miners defense struggling so far, but when they get field position like this, you can't expect them to do much. The Titans' air raid offense has been doing great so far. Setting up Conkright in the backfield. They faked the handoff. Gavin Grohouse is going to keep. Conkright with a nice fake.
On the keeper. Tripped up by Drake Ham.
Gavin Grohouse with a run of about 8 yards. Going to be 2nd and 3, second and short here for the Titans. 7 minutes on the clock. Counting down here. Game time was 1 o'clock. It's 1:45 right now. Moving pretty well, it seems. Grohouse setting up shotgun formation. They hand it off up the middle. Nice little move by Conkright. Breaks one tackle, gets the Marine Bank and Trust first down. And the Titans are working just outside of the red zone on the 22-yard line. Might see a bit more running from the Titans here as the game goes on. Pass over to Tucker Coltenberg, incomplete. It was almost a backwards pass, so it could have been a fumble. If it was a backwards pass and Coltenberg drops it, Miners could have picked it up and it would have been a fumble. But they're going to say it was a forwards pass, which I don't know if I would agree with. But Titans keep the ball. Pass over to the edge to Evan Carroll, no good. But they're going to call a flag. Another late flag on the Miners. And they're going to call a pass interference. This is going to be a Marine Bank and Trust first down for the Titans. Evan Carroll did get pushed. The only issue some people have is how late some of these flags are coming out. Seems like Nolan Gooding almost convinced the ref to throw the flag there. But Titans get the first down. Did look like it could have been called, was called. Can't blame the refs. Titans now with the first down within the red zone. Pass over to Gage Scott, caught. End zone touchdown, Titans. Gage Scott gets a touchdown too. And the Titans are now up 36-0. Gage Scott gets a touchdown and the Titans still spreading the wealth. Gage Scott, Carter Barnes, Nolan Gooding, Bryce Varner all have touchdowns in this game. Doing a great job so far, and it looks like we're going to get another PAT from Grayson Conkright. Said before, put it in the history books. Is this the type of offense we're going to be seeing from the Titans? And that was a low kick, no good. PAT is not complete. Did not show signs of the first PAT on that one. 37-0 is the score after the touchdown. And the Titans now going to be kicking off yet again. As I mentioned before, Titans spreading the wealth offensively. Nolan Gooding had about a 60-yard touchdown reception. Bryce Varner had a touchdown reception. Gage Scott, touchdown reception. Carter Barnes had a touchdown reception earlier too. And I believe it was Grayson Conkright had a rushing touchdown earlier in the game too. I could be wrong on that one though. Halfway through the second quarter of action, 6 minutes to go. Titans up 37-0. Could see some position changes, already have, as we see Evan Carroll kicking off instead of Grayson Conkright. The PAT was no good. Titans still up 37-0 though on the Miners. There's been at least 3 pass interference calls on LVC. Was Hancock benefited from that so far? Nice little kick by Evan Carroll. Almost rolls out of bounds, just about 2 yards away from it. And Tucker Coltenberg is going to get the nice tackle. Returned by was number 26, Brennan Grove. Miners going to start with the ball at around the 33-yard line. Trying to get something going. Had spurts of good plays here and there, but hasn't really resulted in anything at all. Once they get about 20 yards, they either get sacked or another penalty against them moves them back again here today. need to get something going. No penalties, just positive yards. Passing has been back and forth. Sometimes it works greatly. Other times can't get the ball out in time. Titans defensive line doing a great job so far today. Setting up. They hand it off up the middle. This is going to be Ferguson again on the carry. Nice little move. Gets the first down all the way to the 50. Finally out of bounds. And Bryson Ferguson, the name I said will be called a lot today for the Miners, gets the 15-yard rush. Nice 15-yard gainer for the Miners. It's going to be first down. Clock is counting down. 5 minutes, 50 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Titans up 37-0 on the Miners. Coach Dorothy's also talked about how the Titans need to limit their turnovers. It's been a real killer all year. Interceptions, fumbles, no turnovers yet today from either team. Turnover on downs, if you want to count that. Handoff to Ferguson. Ball is out. And they're going to say he was down on. They say he was down by contact. Never mind. They're going to give it to the Titans. I thought they were calling for a down by contact, but they're going to say the Titans recovered it. Fumble, as I just mentioned. Could be announcer's curse. They fumble the ball. Titans start with it on the 46-yard line. First turnover of the game from either team. Ferguson had a nice carry close to the ground, but they're going to say it was no good. Pass over. That was a backwards pass. The pass to Carter Barnes dropped. Would have been a fumble, but Titans jump back on it. Doesn't seem like the refs were making any notion that it would have been a fumble. But they're going to move him back here. It's going to be a backwards pass. They're going to lose about 6 yards on the play. Now going to be 2nd and 16 for the Titans.
Lateral was recovered by the Titans. Loss on the play of about 6. It'll make
Setting up in shotgun formation again, Grotehouse. They hand it off. That's going to be Coltenberg on the run. Gets past the first initial line of scrimmage. Ball could be out. I think he lost the ball, but they're going to come down with it. Titans coming up with the ball. It's going to be a gain of about 9 yards. Titans going to have a 3rd and 6 to go. Titans did lose the ball is the official word, but they recovered it. Now 3rd and 6, 4:30 to play.
Make it 3rd and 6 for the Titans.
Grotehouse setting up shotgun formation again. Been seeing a lot of running from the Titans here. Coltenberg in the backfield again. Some pressure, but gets the ball off in time just over the outreached hands of Nolan Gooding. No good. Flag on the ground. We'll see what this is. Roughing the passer is going to be the official call, and Titans are going to get the Marine Bank and Trust first down. Must have been a late hit by the Miners. They're going to say it was a late hit. They make the call again so everybody can see. First down for the Titans all the way up to the 35-yard line. That's a 15-yard penalty. Drops back to pass again. Deep pass. This is intended for Gage Scott. Catches it. Outreached hands at the 10. Within the red zone. What a catch by Gage Scott. What a reception. Marine Bank and Trust first down for the Titans. On the pass that Gage Scott laid out for the catch. Outreached hands. Fingertip snag. Handed off to Coltenberg here. He's going to rush to the end zone. Touchdown. Titans, and it is called. Titans score 6 more as they take a 43-0 lead here against LVC. Coltenberg gets in. Another touchdown for the Titans. Instead of going for the PAT here, they're going to just go for the 2-point conversion. The first PAT was good. Second one, not so good by Grayson Conkright. Nice little shovel pass out here to Gage Scott. Carter Barnes actually comes across. 2-point conversion is good. The fans wanting a flag on the play. They're not going to get one. Titans take a 45-0 lead. 4 minutes to go. I would say the Miners feel like they're getting homer called, but they are the home team, so not necessarily the case here today. Have had some iffy calls here and there, if we're being honest. Had some pass interference calls called for the Titans. Could have been either way, ended up getting called. Obviously not going to be happy about it if you're a Miner fan rooting for LVC. Miners struggling to get anything going. The run by Ferguson on their last possession resulted in the fumble. Titans got the ball at the 45. Was going to be a 4th down for the Titans, but roughing the passer was called. So then Titans got a 1st down at the 30-yard line. Then a 20-yard bomb to Gage Scott. Then very next play, handoff to Tucker Coltenberg, touchdown. Titans moving the ball very well. Glimpses of a great offense. I've seen this throughout the year. First week against Hayworth, ended up scoring 28 points, 28 to 36. Farmington scored 20 points. Against Macomb, scored 30 points. But they were held to only 1 score last week. Scored 8. Here today, they put up 45 in the first half. Kickoff by Evan Carroll again. Nice low kickoff. Bounces. This is at about the 5-yard line. And they're going to have to return this. They get to about the 15, tackled. And the Miners are going to start up with rough field position here. Kick by Evan Carroll was nice and low. Ended up bouncing past the returners. Now it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. With 3:45 to play here in Spoon Valley. Now setting up again, 1st and 10. Titans defense done a great job so far. Got the fumble recovery last possession. Worst field possession by either offense. Starting position, I should say, by either offense so far today. It's going to come right here for the Miners. LVC set up in shotgun formation. They hand it off. This is Ferguson again. Nice little move. Going to break some tackles. Gets the 1st down. Going to be a gain of about 15 yards. 1st down. Great run by Bryson Ferguson. And Miners do a great job of getting out of that unfortunate field position. Now at the 30-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10. 3:30 to go and counting. Set up 1st and 10. Got 3 running backs behind the quarterback. They faked the handoff. Ended up giving it to number.
Couldn't find the block. Loss of 1 on the play. Make it 2nd and 11.
59, it seems like. Going to be a loss of about 2 yards on the play. 2nd and 11 is going to be official word. Good job by the Titans defense. Sorry, I was looking for that number. There wasn't a lot of going on. I was looking for the number, had his shirt all rolled up in the middle, so had to see his shoulder pad numbers, which very small compared to the chest. 2nd and 12 now, under 3 minutes to go. Titans defensive line did a great job at penetrating. This is going to be a fumble. It's a backwards pass. Going to be recovered by Ferguson. They're going to have the ball all the way back at the 10 now on the 3rd down. Going to be 3rd and 20. The pitch by number 3, Jackson Gibney, to Bryson Ferguson. Missed the mark, resulted in the fumble. A lateral pass. I've been talking about it a lot in this game so far. Titans had a couple. It's going to be the first one for the LVC Miners. LVC again stands for Lewiston, Spoon Valley, and Cuba, all coming together in a co-op football team, similar to the West Hancock Titans. I know many of you are very used to that. Hamilton and Warsaw coming together. It's going to be 3rd and 25 on the 10-yard line. 1:40 to go here in the second quarter. They hand it off. This is going to be over to the edge. Going to be met pretty quick. Pushed out of bounds by Jake Martins. That was the number 88, Carter Sowers. It was the ball carrier. Going to get a gain of about 4 or 5 yards. Now going to be 4th and 20. 4th and 15. Looks like they may be going for it here. Could be wrong, but keeping their quarterback out there. Titans moving back to prevent the first down. It's a 4th and long. They could be letting the time get as low as possible, under a minute to play here. Could be trying just to get the clock as far down as possible. But if you take a knee, it's a turnover on down, clock stops. So not really sure what they're doing here. They set up in their normal position, shotgun formation. 30 seconds on the clock. They snap the ball. Looking back to pass, gets sacked. Titans are going to start with the ball on the 4-yard line after that 4th down turnover on downs. And Titans have 26 seconds to score from the 4-yard line.
It'll be 1st and goal for the Titans.
Titans have done a great job so far today in the red zone, have struggled all year in the red zone, had a lot of turnovers, haven't really completed very much, but here today they've done a great job of completing, capitalizing on those red zone downs. Setting up shotgun formation, Coltenberg in the backfield. Whistles are going to blow.
Timeout, LVC.
Going to be a timeout for LVC. We're going to take another quick timeout here. We got 20 seconds to play here at Spoon Valley High School. We'll take a quick timeout. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, West Hancock Titan Sports, presented by LJ Insurance. We'll be back for the last 26 seconds of this second quarter.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH. They're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, West Hancock Titan Sports, presented by LJ Insurance. Titans got the ball on the 4-yard line, 26 seconds to go. Trying to take a 51-0 lead. Groothouse setting up, Coltenberg in the backfield with him. They fake the handoff. Going to be a pass over to Evan Carroll. Toe dragger. They're going to say he was out of bounds. Great job by Evan Carroll to try to keep it in. Try to get the toe tap. They're saying he was in.
Grothouse's pass incomplete. Receiver was out of bounds.
Coach is saying he was in, but it's going to be 2nd and goal here on the 5. Only 6 seconds off the clock after the incomplete pass. Evan Carroll made a nice attempt on it. He got 1 foot down, but they're going to say it was out of bounds. Only need 1 foot in high school. Going to be a rollout here. Going to be a pass over to Varner, out of bounds, just out of his outreach stance, laid out for it. Great attempt again by Varner. No good. 16 seconds now on the clock. Titans got a 3rd down. Got to think this is going to be 4-down territory for the Titans. Trying to take a 51-0 lead. I've done a great job so far in this game offensively, but defensively you got to credit the Titans. Have done a great job to give the Titans good field position all day. There they get the turnover on downs at the 4-yard line after a sack. Setting up now 3rd down. Nice pitch up front to Bryce Varner. Going to get the edge. He's going to go in. Touchdown Titans. Varner's got himself 2 technically receiving touchdowns on the game. Pass was forward. 2 receiving touchdowns on the day now for Bryce Varner. Growhouse been spreading the well. Titans take a 51-0 lead here against LVC with 9 seconds left to play. Titans going for the 2-point conversion here. Set back to pass. Pass over to Gage Scott. It's going to be just short of the end zone. They're fighting for it. Whistles finally blow. He was fighting for yards, but they're going to say his forward progress was stopped. They're going to blow the whistle. 2-point conversion, no good. Titans now still up 51-0. 9 seconds to play here in the second quarter. You got to have a smile on your face if you're a Titan fan watching this game all season long. Titans been trying to fight for this win, been in some close matchups. Here today, it seems like they'll get their number, up 51 on LVC. Defense done a great job to hold them scoreless so far today. I do apologize if you're picking up a lot of wind in the microphone. The wind is the only thing saving us right now from this heat. We are not up in a normal press box. Got a nice little open area in between. It's been a beautiful day so far, though, because of the wind. About 85 degrees, it seems like, when the wind is blowing. When it's not, it sits at about 95. So even though it can be annoying here and there, it's a great benefit. It's nice. Quick thank you to everybody watching. This is the reason we do it. We just love to do it for y'all. Get to watch some high school football, support the players, the teams, the coaches. For whatever reason you're watching, we just want to say thank you here at TSSR Game Time Live. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting your football team. Titans going to kick off here. This is Concord back at it again. Nice kickoff down to the 20. Return. They're going to lateral it back to Ferguson. He's going to get a couple of blocks. Shoves one of them forward. Tackled at the 34-yard line. LVC is going to have 0.9 seconds to work with. Just under 1 second to play. And the Titans trying to come out of this. Still at 51-0. Have to be a Hail Mary throw here for the Miners. First and 10 on the 34-yard line. Titans moving their safeties and defensive backs about 20, 30 yards down the field. Linebackers are set up about 10 yards down the field. They're only going to rush 3, only going to send 3 defenders on the line. Linebackers are Jake Martins, Grayson Conkright, and Evan Carroll. Then back is Tucker Kolzenberg. Number 31, Bryce Varner. And they're about 20 yards down the field. They set up the pass. Pass is incomplete. Good defense by Bryce Varner. And the Titans are at 51-0 here against LVC. We'll be back later in the half for some halftime updates, some players to look out for, what both teams can do to improve, and what the Titans, I guess, still need to keep on doing in the second half of action. First half lasted about an hour and 10 minutes. Halftime will last about 20 minutes itself. So we'll see you back here in about 10 minutes or so, give you an update, how long you have, some key players to look out for, what to expect in the second half. This is TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. My name is Luke Little. LJ Insurance bringing you West Hancock Titan Sports. We'll be back at the half.
I chose MDH. We moved here and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets much more restful night's sleep. And a short little office procedure, and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the quality of your life.
We're an 11.
I would have to say that is the most rewarding part of what I do, making a difference in people's lives, taking care of the women from puberty on through postmenopausal stages and seeing them go through the phases and stages of life.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb. They were so wonderful.
I thought about the staff of MDH. They're all good. This is just the best place for you and your family.
I feel honored for those patients to have chosen me as their provider to begin with. So when they come in, I definitely have to show them respect and try to take care of them the best way I can.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and that care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior level of function.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb. They were so wonderful.
I thought about the staff of MDH. They're all good. This is just the best place for you and your family.
I feel honored for those patients who have chosen me as their provider to begin with. So when they come in, I definitely have to show them respect and try to take care of them the best way I can.
I like to make time for my patients. I don't ever want anyone to feel rushed. I'm happy to sit and talk for as long as they need. And sometimes that puts me behind in my schedule, but I think it's worth it. People know if they need me that I'll be there.
The thing I enjoy most is that we take care of a wide variety of people in our community. I see infants through teenagers and mothers and fathers, and I really enjoy that.
Since 1958, McDonough District Hospital has proudly served the residents of West Central Illinois. We've built new facilities, hired highly trained, experienced, and caring medical staff members, and expanded our service offerings to meet your healthcare needs, all while providing the best possible patient experience. Let us show you why McDonough District Hospital is your community healthcare partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
I chose MDH. We moved here and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
We're an 11.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back into TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. My name is Luke Little. LJ Insurance is bringing you all West Hancock Titans football games this season and every game that we'll cover throughout the year. Got about 2 minutes left on the clock right now until we start the third quarter, but they add about 3 minutes once the 2 minutes wears down, so about 5 minutes to go until we start back up. Titans are going to kick off to begin the second half of action. Titans are up 51-0 against the LVC Miners right now. Grotehouse has had no rushing touchdowns yet in the game today. Had a 60-yard touchdown pass to Nolan Gooding. Had a touchdown to Evan Carroll. Gage Scott had a touchdown reception also in this game. Bryce Varner has 2 touchdown receptions in the game today also. Titans have done a great job at spreading the wealth. I've said that word a lot today, using everybody on their team, getting people involved, something that they'll look to continue to do in this second half of action. Could see some new faces here for the Titans with them being up big right now. Anything could happen, anything could change. Miners going to come out here in the second half, give it their best. Miners need to get something going offensively. Defensively, they've been struggling. Need to stop the passing from the Titans. Their rushing game has been good too. Their defensive line needs to get some more pressure on Gavin Grotehouse. He's had a lot of time to look around, pass the ball. He's done a good job. Whenever Grotehouse has had pressure in previous games, it seems like sometimes he can make unerrant passes and unerrant turnovers. But today, so far, he's been playing very well, very efficiently, very effectively. He's been doing great at that starting position for the Titans. The best player so far in this game, it seems like one of the key players that the Miners need to focus more on is Bryson Ferguson. Been one of the big names for them so far here today. Quarterback Jackson Gibney has had some good looks here and there offensively passing the ball, but it seems like they haven't gotten anything going. Once they get something, they end up losing it in penalties and sacks, whatever it is. They end up losing whatever they gained. Need to limit those penalties that they have had. Defensively, have had at least 3 pass interference calls on them in the game today. Need to limit those here in the second half. 3 minutes just got added back onto the clock. So we'll kick off in 2 minutes and 40 seconds, looking at about 2:27, 2:28 time-wise. Titans set to kick off. Titans received in the first half, resulted in a touchdown. Titans have scored, I believe, on every single possession so far in the game today. Resulted in 51 points. Have had 1 PAT, historic moment if you want to go back and watch that. Please actually put in the comment section when the last time the Titans kicked a field goal or a PAT was, if you know or if you were there. Last time you experienced it, if you want to put that in the comments, the last time you think or that the Titans kicked a PAT, please put that there. I'd love to read them off. And I do appreciate everything y'all say. I'd love to come out here and do these games for you. It's our pleasure to put them online, let you watch them, and let you just root for whether it's a family member or just the team itself. It's our pleasure to be able to do that for you here at TSSR Game Time Live. For me, it's a ton of fun to be able to go to all these games and commentate, do what I love to do. So it's a ton of fun. Thank you, guys. As I mentioned before, if you guys remember or know the last time the Titans actually kicked a PAT or field goal, put that in the comment section. We got about 1 minute and 10 until we kick off here. We're going to take another quick break, and then we'll be right back with the third quarter of action. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, West Hancock Titan Sports, presented by LJ Insurance.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior level of function.
Welcome back into TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. We do have one comment saying the last PAT was probably 1989, long time ago for the Titans. I have been talking to some of the coaches up here. One of them was a former player for the West Hancock Titans. Said it was in about 2012 that he knows of. It was around 2012 that they kicked PATs back then. So maybe looking at a decade since it's happened, but I can't remember myself. I remember watching Riley Langford and Will Fox and all those guys back in around 2018, but I can't recall a PAT ever. Back when I was in high school for West Hancock, I can't remember kicking a PAT either. So could be looking back around 2011, 2012 that it happened. But it happened here today at LVC, Spoon Valley High School. And we're kicking off here the second half of action. The Titans up 51-0. Evan Carroll with the kickoff. Nice low kick. It's going to bounce right through the legs, right through the 5-hole of the returner at the 10-yard line. Makes a nice little move, gets to the 20, out of bounds at the 22.
And go returns the kickoff for the Miners.
And the Miners are going to start with the ball at the 22-yard line, 1st and 10 to kick off this second half. Looks like we're going to have a continuous clock right now. Clock is running up 51-0. I've been asking around. Didn't know for sure whether there was a continuous clock. Looks like they're going to put one on here right now. Going to be a penalty on the Titans. Miners going to get the ball around the 30-yard line.
Penalty was a hold against the Titans.
They're going to start with the ball at the 32-yard line, 1st and 10. Clock is still running now. 11 minutes to play here in the second half. Already a minute gone, and we haven't even had an offensive play yet for the Miners. Big shout out to the freshman team, JV team. They beat Stark County back at home, I believe, earlier this week. The varsity team ended up falling to Stark County 20-8. That was the final score. 2 pick sixes in that game. The ball is out, fumble. I'm going to recover it, however. It's going to be 2nd and 14 to play now.
Lost a couple on the play, make it 2nd down.
Again, I've mentioned before, we love it when you guys comment in the comment section. Just shout out who you're rooting for, where you're watching from, who you're supporting, maybe a certain player you're rooting for. I'd love to shout them out for you. 2nd and 14 now for the Miners. Setting up here, shotgun formation. They faked the handoff. Looks like it was a misplay. Play fell apart. Ended up being sacked for about 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd and about 15 now. It looks like the quarterback faked the handoff one way, then went back to the other, and the running back just was not there anymore. Had to keep it, and by the time he looked up, it back in front of him, he was already getting tackled by the Titans defense. Defensive line did a great job so far today. As I've mentioned before, I've went up against a lot of teams that have larger offensive and defensive linemen that can really kind of use their leverage to work against the Titans. But here today, they've been doing a great job at getting through, as there's a great job by Nolan Gooding. Gets off the edge, sheds a block, loss of another 5 yards. Ball is now placed at the 20. Going to be 4th and 22 now for the Miners. It looks like they're going to punt. This is number 88, Carter Sowers, punting the ball. Bit of excitement here. The ambulance truck just ended up leaving out of nowhere. Nobody on the field is hurt, so we hope everything's okay off the field. Going to be a timeout.
LVC.
Timeout LVC. We're going to take a quick timeout here too. 8:33 to go here in the second half of action. Got some people shouting out. John Little watching from Powelton. That's in the middle of nowhere. I grew up in Powelton, I will say. Big shout out to everybody from there. Gage Scott, Braxton Stott, two of the hometown heroes from Powelton playing on this football team here today. Gage Scott has 1 touchdown reception himself. Tried fighting for a 2-point conversion, but ended up being called for forward momentum. Timeout by LVC. We're going to take a real quick timeout here too. We'll be right back with the rest of the second half. TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH, West Hancock Titan Sports, presented by LJ Insurance. We'll be right back.
The thing I enjoy most is that we take care of a wide variety of people in our community. I see infants through teenagers and mothers and fathers, and I really enjoy that.
Looks like we got a couple of Braxton Scott fans in the comment section. One of my good buddies I grew up with. Bad snap by the Miners. Drops the ball again. Picked up by the Titans. Recovered. Nolan Gooding. Touchdown. Titans started off quick, coming back from the break. Didn't even get to introduce it. TSSR Game Time Live bringing you West Hancock Titan Sports right now. LJ Insurance presenting West Hancock Titan Sports also. Quick touchdown for the Titans, up 57-0 after the scoop and score for Nolan Gooding. Titans score again. They're up 57-0. 8 minutes to go. Clock is counting down. Titans setting up for a 2-point conversion here. Bad snap by the Miners. Ended up fumbling it. Fell on the ground. Couldn't get control of it. Scooped up by Nolan Gooding. Great hands. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown. It's going to be a penalty. Probably going to. We'll see what this is on. Looks like they're discussing it now. Having a talk with Coach Dorothy.
Penalty was against the Miners for too many men on the field.
Too many men on the field. Penalty on the Miners. It's going to move the ball 1 yard further. Going to be on the 1 yard line. Hand it off up the middle. Grayson Conkright is going to glide right in. I actually got faked out too. That was kept by Gavin Grohouse, not Grayson Conkright. Conkright faked me out. Great job, great fake. I want to say the excuses were a ways away right now, but great job right there by Gavin Grohouse. Gets in, gets the 2-point conversion. Titans take a 59-0 lead. Big shout out to everybody in the comment section. Bob Gown, Bob and Amy Gown watching from Warsaw, cheering on number 10, Carter Barnes. Another one, Grace Buford saying, "Let's go Titans." Big shout out to everybody watching. John Little says he likes a 5-hole comment. If you don't know what that is in hockey, you got 5 holes. I won't explain too much because I'm not good at hockey, but 5-hole is right between the legs. Shoot the putt through there. That's called a 5-hole right there. You score, say goal. Titans up 57-0 now on LVC. They haven't updated the scoreboard yet. Should be 59-0 officially, but we'll see what they call. I believe they said it was good, but there they finally updated it. 59-0 on the scoreboard. Under 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Evan Carroll kicking off again. Kickoff to about the 20-yard line. They lateral it back, and he's going to fall right down at around the 25-yard line. That's number 11, Gavin Pace. Got the lateral pass, falls down. It's going to be 1st and 10 at about the 25 for the Miners here. 5 minutes to go. Clock is counting down.
Kickoff was returned to the 28, where it'll be 1st
Evan
and
Carroll
10
done a
for the
good job
Miners.
today so far with the kickoffs. Haven't seen him all year. Been seeing a lot of Grayson Conkright here today. He's done a great job. First and 10 on the 25. Miners need to get something going here with the continuous clock. It's going to be hard to come back in this game. Titans most points they've scored all year, 59. Defense has struggled all year with the run game, have done a great job so far today against it. 4 minutes to go now. Clock's still counting. Set up shotgun formation. They hand it off. Almost a bad handoff. Great job by Charlie Dayton to track him down. Gets the tackle. Tackle for loss. That was number 42. Dempsey wins it on the carry. Doesn't get anywhere. Loss of about 3 yards. Going to be 2nd and 13 now. Titan defense has done a great job, as I've mentioned before, with the run game. Struggled here and there with the passing game, but overall done a great job. Shout out to Aaron Wiener. If I messed that up, please let me know. And Colin Lemaire in the comment section, good buddy of mine, watching from Ames, Iowa. Grace Buford, let's go. Number 3, Brock Buford. Haven't called Brock's name so too many times today, but Buford been on a couple of plays here and there, done a great job for the Titans. It's going to be 3rd down for the Miners. They got about 3rd and 15 now. Clock is counting. Under 3 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Continuous clock is moving quick. Setting up now 3rd and 14. Set up shotgun formation, setting back to pass. Gonna get pressured quick, has an open receiver, falls down, ball pops out. Incomplete pass. Intended receiver was number 14, Kyrese Lakes. No good on the play. We got Michael Siegfried in the comments saying, let's go Titans, watching from all the way in Nyota. Got some fans in Hamilton too. Thank you all for letting me comment the games. Got watching from Hamilton. Thank you for streaming. We appreciate it. I love to do it, so I just appreciate all you guys watching and enjoying some football on a Saturday. Got a lot of college football too going on right now, but sticking to the high school sport. A minute 45 to go here in the third quarter. 59-0. Titans going to start with the ball at the 35-yard line. Shout out to Michael Siegfried and TNS Farms, big sponsor of West Hancock Titan Sports. One of the big reasons we're allowed and able to bring you guys all these football games. A minute now on the clock. Titans with the ball, shotgun formation. Jake Martin's in the backfield. Hand it off to Martins. Going to be a flag on the play. We'll see what this is on. He got a gain of about 5 yards. We'll see what the call is on. They're going to say it was on the defense. Holding offense. Replay first down. I was wrong.
The Titans, after the walk-off. Ball be spotted at the 46.
Ball's going to be spotted at the 46-yard line. 40 seconds to play. Titans with it, shotgun formation, 4 receivers, 3 wide. Going to be a quarterback keeper. Nice move by Grothaus. Going to use his legs. Gets the first down. Moving now 10, 5, goal line, touchdown, Titans. Grothaus with the 46-yard keeper touchdown for the Titans, and they're going up 65-0. What a run by Grothaus, using his legs to get to the end zone. 5 seconds on the clock. This is going to be the end of the third quarter here. Titans going to go for the 2-point conversion. Set up. Shotgun formation, handoff up the middle. Jake Martin's going to bounce off, pinball move, gets in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. Titans now up 67-0 on LVC. Martins gets his first points of the year, I believe, there on that 2-point conversion. 12 minutes to play. Spoon Valley High School LVC Miners versus the West Hancock Titans. Big shout out to Emily Hagee working the camera for me. Doing a good job today. We'll be back in Hamilton next week as the Titans take on Knoxville, I believe. And then they'll be away again at Illini West and back home for senior night against Mercer County. But Titans going to be playing at Hamilton instead of Warsaw this year. If you're wondering, the Warsaw Marching Band will be at Hamilton performing in those 2 matchups. We'll have those on during halftime for you guys to watch. I know as an alumni of the marching band, I know some people love to watch that. Got my camera person shaking their head at me right now because of that comment. We'll have the halftime performance on for you guys when the Warsaw Marching Pride performs. Here today we got the West Hancock Titans football team performing for you. Performing very well, I should say, 67-0. 12 minutes to go. The kickoff, it's going to be returned at about the 25-yard line. Good move. Makes a nice little juke move. Gets all the way to the 35. Gavin Pace with the nice return. Grace Beeford in the comment section again. Good job, Titans have been doing a great job in this game so far today of 67-0. We'll be getting an interview with Coach Coy Dorothy at the end of the game here today. Didn't get one last week. We'll get one here today. It's going to be the first win of the year for the Titans. First win as head coach for the Titans, for their varsity team, for Coach Dorothy. Continuous clock is counting down, 11 minutes to play. Titans going to head home with a win here on this Saturday, September 30th. First win of the year. If the Titans do come away with it, will be their first win of the year. Penalty is going to be against the Miners. Going to be a loss of about 5 yards on the play. It's going to be 1st and 15 now, working at the 30-yard line. Still a good return. Setting up here. Going to be a quarterback keeper. Not going to end up pitching the ball. Good job. Gets about 5 yards on the play. Going to be 2nd and 10 now after that run. Some fans in the crowd wanting them to pass the football. Has been expressing their mind very loudly in the game so far today. Now 2nd and 10, 10 minutes to go. Counting down, Titans up 67-0. Titans defense done a great job today, holding them scoreless so far. Best defensive performance from them on the year today. Fewest points that the Titans have allowed all year is 20. That came last week against Stark County. Defense only really allowed 7 points in the game. There were 2 pick sixes. So good job from them today to come back. Nice shed tackle. Fights for the first down. Out of bounds. Good stiff arm. Number 9, Drake Ham on the run. Caden Amon missed a tackle. Fought for a couple yards. Good stiff arm move. Going to be close to the first down marker, just short. It's going to be 3rd and 1. They're going to actually give it to him 1st and 10 now for the Miners. First and 10, 8:50 to play here at Spoon Valley. It gets through the line pretty well. Back to the line of scrimmage. Gain of about 7 yards on that run.
Picks up about 7 yards before he's forced out of bounds.
Gain of 7 yards. 2nd and 3 now. Clock is still counting down. Miners really need to get something going here. They're going to have any luck at coming back in this game. Second and 3, the official ruling. Titans defense done a great job. Got to credit the defensive line. Done a really good job of penetrating through the offensive line of the Miners. Get to the backfield, get pressure on the quarterback, get to the running backs before they even reach the line of scrimmage. They've done a really good job here today. They do it, and again, it's going to be a loss of about 3 yards. A run boost by number 9, and Drake Ham had the nice run earlier.
Make it 3rd and 5.
It's going to be 3rd and 5 now, 7:41 to play. Counting down. The first half lasted about an hour and 10 minutes. This half only going to be lasting about 35 minutes. Make sure to stick around for the post-game interview that we get with Coach Coy Dorothy. Get to hear his thoughts on the team. Get to hear his expectations as they go home next week against Knoxville. Good play by the Miners here. There's going to be another flag. Going to be pass interference on Caden Amon. Excuse me. The pass was deep to number 11, Gavin Pace. Caden Amon had a little bit of contact before the ball got there. They're going to say it was a pass interference. Miners going to be working down the field, trying to get on the board before the end of the game here.
Pass interference against the Titans.
Pass interference against the Titans is going to be the official call. Going to move them 15 yards further. 3rd down is going to turn into a 1st. Miners working within Titan territory. Have a chance to score, get on the board.
That'll result in a Miner first down.
It'll be a first down for the Miners. Ball's at the 34-yard line. Halfway through the 4th quarter, 6 minutes to play here against the Titans. $67-0 the score. They hand it off here. Gets to the edge. Going to be a flag on the play.
Ethan Shields, the ball carrier.
2 flags on the play now. Looks like it's going to be a penalty on number 11, Gavin Pace. Just looking at the officials, shaking his head. They're going to say it was against him. That's going to move. Personal foul against number 11, Gavin Pace, it seems like. And that's going to move them all the way back to the 49-yard line. It's a 15-yard penalty. It's now going to be 1st and 25. 5 minutes to play here in the 4th.
After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 25.
1st and 25. 5 minutes to go. LVC trying to get into the Titans' end zone for the first time. Had a hard time once they get to the red zone. Haven't really gotten to the red zone in the game yet today. I've been in Titan territory when they've crossed the 50, but haven't worked well past there. Great run here by the Miners. gets back to the initial line of scrimmage, fighting for some more yards. First down, finally tackled by Caden Amon. That's a big run for the Miners. That's number 88, Carter Sowers, on the run. That gets him all the way down to the 18-yard line within the red zone of the Titans. I spoke too soon. 4 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Miners might get something going here at the end of the game. Miners showing great resilience here in the game today. Down 67. Would think they would maybe quit, but no, not here today. LVC is fighting in this game still to the last whistle, last buzzer. Working at the 18-yard line. 1st and 10, 4 minutes to play. Setting up. 2 backs behind the quarterback. They hand it off again. Same back, number 88, Carter Sowers. Sowers is going to get only about 2 yards, and there's going to be a player down on the field. They're going to stop the clock for the player.
It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Miners.
It's going to be 2nd and 8. We're going to take a quick timeout here as well. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, West Hancock Titan Sports, presented by LJ Insurance. We'll be right back.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior level of function.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
I chose MDH. We moved here and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
I would have to say that is the most rewarding part of what I do, making a difference in people's lives, taking care of the women from puberty on through postmenopausal stages and seeing them go through the phases and stages of life.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb. They were so wonderful.
I thought about the staff of MDH. They're all good. This is just the best place for you and your family.
I feel honored for those patients who have chosen me as their provider to begin with. So when they come in, I definitely have to show them respect and try to take care of them the best way I can.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandensville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
I chose MDH. We moved here and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
Welcome back into TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Was Hancock Titan Sports, presented by LJ Insurance. The player is still down on the field. I don't know what exactly it is. I wouldn't be too graphic anyways with the description, but he's still down on the field. It's not looking good. If you remember earlier in the game, I mentioned that the ambulance truck left, and they had another call that they needed to go to, so we don't have an ambulance here on the field present. Still down on the field. Looked like it could have been a leg injury, but nonetheless, just hoping that nothing serious, but with the amount of time that is being spent out there with the coaches and the trainers, athletic trainers out there with the player, it does not seem good. We're going to head back into a break. I'll give you guys an update when the ambulance comes or when he gets off of the field. There's 3:41 left to play in this matchup between the West Hancock Titans and the LVC Miners. Well, we're going to head to another break real quick. Just thoughts and prayers for the player down on the field. I'll give you guys more information when we have it. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. West Hancock Titan Sports, presented by LJ Insurance. We'll be right back.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and they care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
On the field, I see ankle sprains, I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on the field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
A lot of live with the dizziness day to day, especially concussions as well, that we can treat those things here. Same with pain. You don't have to live with the pain that you're experiencing. We have the ability to help you.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets much more restful night's sleep. And a short little office procedure, and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the quality of your life.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on the field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
A lot of people don't realize that you don't have to live with the dizziness day to day, especially concussions as well, that we can treat those things here. Same with pain. You don't have to live with the pain that you're experiencing. We have the ability to help you.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on the field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
The thing I enjoy most is that we take care of a wide variety of people in our community. I see infants through teenagers and mothers and fathers, and I really enjoy that.
I feel honored for those patients who have chosen me as their provider to begin with. So when they come in, I definitely have to show them respect and try to take care of them the best way I can.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
Welcome back into TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, West Hancock Titan Sports, presented by LJ Insurance. The player has been moved off the field. The ambulance truck came back and is now off the field. They drove onto the field. The player was put onto a stretcher but not put back into the ambulance. They're taking his pads off now. Number 60, Braxton Humphrey, is the player who was down, but we have started play back up. Here's a great move. There's going to be a flag on the field. It's going to be a blindside block, blindside hit, most likely on the Miners. Continuous clock again.
Calls a personal foul for a crackback block against the Miners.
Crackback block on the Miners. Again, just our thoughts and players with number 60, Braxton Humphrey, who seems to be sitting up now, so we're hoping it's nothing too serious. He's off the field now. It's going to be 2nd and 20, 2:30 to play here. Second and 20, ball at the 30-yard line. Miners trying to score here before the end of the game. Step back to pass, caught, good reception. Gonna have a block. It's gonna get all the way down to the 10-yard line, tackled. Great reception. It's gonna be 3rd and 2 now for the Miners. trying to get into the end zone. They're going to give him a first down. First down for the Miners, 2 minutes to go. Trying to get into the end zone here. Ball on the 9. Ball on the 8-yard line. Trying to get into the end zone here before the nice little run move. Gets all the way into the end zone. Touchdown Miners, and they score. They get the touchdown at the end of the game, 67-6. The Miners score against the Titans here in the last 2 minutes of the game. Got to be happy to see that if you're a Miner fan. LVC gets on the board. Update on the injury. There is an actual ambulance here now, getting ready to go out onto the field and check out Humphrey, who is down. 2-point conversion, good, and they get a 2-point conversion, 8-69. Now the score. The Miners get on the board against the Titans here at the end of the game. Under a minute to play. Titans going to go home with a win here today, but the Miners ended up scoring late in the game, showed their tenacity, came back, and were just fighting for that one score that they could get. End up getting it, 69-6. Now the score. Looks like they might let the clock wear out. Under 30 to play. Titans going to be 1-5, getting their first win of the year here at Spoon Valley High School. Lewiston, Spoon Valley, and Cuba, three schools that make up LVC. And that's going to be the end of the game. Titans get their first win of the year, 69-8. The final score here today. Titans get the first win of the year. Miners go down 0-6. Make sure to stick around. Post-game interview with head coach Coy Dorothy after this win. Good job by the Titans offense. Works very well together. A lot of players were involved. Nolan Gooding, Bryce Varner, Carter Barnes, Gage Scott, Tucker Coltenberg. Jake Martin's got a 2-point conversion. A lot of players getting involved offensively. Defensively, Titans did a great job. They allowed that 8 points there at the end of the game. They scored 69 on the day, allowed 8. Titans going to go home with a victory, going to go home happy here today. Coach is going to have a word with his team, but when they're done, we'll get an interview with head coach Coy Dorothy. Final score is 69-8. Some key players, some players of the game for the West Hancock Titans. You got to think Gavin Grotehouse limited the turnovers, something that they've been talking about all year long. Limiting turnovers. Gavin Grotehouse did a great job here today to do that. Bryce Varner, 2 touchdown receptions on the day. A great job from him as well. Titans played well all around. A good team win. Good job by the Miners, though. Have to credit them. LVC did a great job staying in the game, fighting the whole entire time, never really giving up, scoring there at the end of the game. Again, our hearts go out for their team. Hope and pray that Braxton Humphrey gets well, number 60, but if I have an update, I will give it to you before we end the stream. But make sure to stick around. We'll be talking with Coach Coy Dorothy at the end of it to get his expectations going into the rest of the year and just his thoughts on the game. We'll be right back. TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. West Hancock Titan Sports presented by LJ Insurance. We'll be right back.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and they care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Since 1958, McDonough District Hospital has proudly served the residents of West Central Illinois. We've built new facilities, hired highly trained, experienced, and caring medical staff members, and expanded our service offerings to meet your healthcare needs, all while providing the best possible patient experience. Let us show you why McDonough District Hospital is your community healthcare partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets much more restful night's sleep. And a short little office procedure, and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the quality of your life.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
I would have to say that is the most rewarding part of what I do, making a difference in people's lives, taking care of the women from puberty on through postmenopausal stages, and seeing them go through the phases and stages of life.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb. They were so wonderful.
I thought about the staff of MDH. They're all good. This is just the best place for you and your family.
I feel honored for those patients who have chosen me as their provider to begin with. So when they come in, I definitely have to show them respect and try to take care of them the best way I can.
I like to make time for my patients. I don't ever want anyone to feel rushed. I'm happy to sit and talk for as long as they need. And sometimes that puts me behind in my schedule, but I think it's worth it. People know if they need me that I'll be there.
The thing I enjoy most is that we take care of a wide variety of people in our community. I see infants through teenagers and mothers and fathers, and I really enjoy that.
You get the opportunity to see so many different things that if you worked at a bigger hospital, you may not be able to see. Work is not just about the job, it's also about the people that work alongside you. And we have the best teamwork. They're like a second family. Sometimes you can't get that feeling other places.
A lot of people don't realize that you don't have to live with the dizziness day to day, especially concussions as well, that we can treat those things here. Same with pain. You don't have to live with the pain that you're experiencing. We have the ability to help you.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
All right, welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wind is picking up here at Spoon Valley. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, West Hancock Titan Sports, presented by LJ Insurance. I'm here with Coach Coy Dorothy right now. Coach, great win. First win of the season, first win as head coach for the varsity team. How does this feel?
Great. I would have wished, we could have got it earlier in the year, but anytime you win is good, and especially with it being the first one with this group, it means a lot.
So, Gavin Groothouse, no turnovers in the game today. You've been talking all year long how you need to limit the turnovers, limit the interceptions, fumbles. How confident are you in him now going on to just trust him even more to throw the ball?
Yeah, definitely. And, after last week, I knew he was going to bounce back. He's just a kid that is a competitor, and he wants the best for himself, but also the team. So obviously he was frustrated and down on himself, but, this whole week I told him he was going to have a big week, and, just to focus on playing his game and not to worry about the turnovers. It seems, when you worry about turning the ball over or anything like that, that's when it tends to happen. So I just told him to play his game and play pretty free, and it looked like he did that today.
My next question would be about the defense. You've been struggling with the run defense all year long. It seemed to be that killer that you guys have had. Today, did a great job at penetrating the line. How does it feel to know your defense has bounced back? Only allowed 8 points in the game, came in the last 2 minutes. What are your thoughts on your defense today?
Yeah, our defense has improved tremendously, from the first few weeks to, even last week, hold them to about 170 yards and really only one score, and then them coming out and, letting up a late touchdown in the last minute of the game. They played really good, and I think we're, finally getting the pieces put together to the puzzle, and, I think we're going to do some great things the rest of the year.
All right, my last question. I talked to you about it as we were walking over here. I'm sure everybody watching wants to know. So we kicked the PAT. Was that something you've been practicing, wanting to implement? Because you said the last time that you think was when you played, and we know that was a long, long time ago, right?
Well, I mean, I don't like to think it's too long, but yeah, no, it's been quite a while, and I've been with this now varsity group since they've been, the seniors have been freshmen, coaching them on JV, and we tried that when they were some sophomores, and even last year at the JV level, and we were able to make the field goal, which that's the biggest part. If you can make it, that's good. If you can, then you can kick it. But it was kind of something we started practicing this week on Tuesday, Wednesday, just trying to get the blocking down, and then Grayson was making them in practice, so I thought we'd give it a try in the game, and he went 2 for 2, so I thought it went pretty well.
Well, Coach, it was a great game, fun to watch. Final score 69-8. Titans get the win. Thank you very much, Coach. Have a safe drive home.
Thank you. You too. Thanks, Luke.
That's going to be it from here in Spoon Valley High School. My name is Luke Little. TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH, West Hancock Titan Sports presented by LJ Insurance. A big thank you and a big shout out to everybody who watching, all of our sponsors, LJ Insurance, Marine Bank and Trust, and TNS Farms. A big thank you to all you guys watching. Stay safe. Have a great night.